I never thought it would happen to me. Looking back, I suppose the signs were there. But love has a way of clouding your judgment, doesn't it? His name was Daniel, and for a while, I believed he was my forever. When we first met, he was everything I'd ever dreamed of. Charming, attentive, and supportive of my ambitions. I had spent years saving to open my own bakery, and he seemed genuinely excited about my dream. He would listen for hours as I talked about recipes, designs, and the perfect location. One day, he told me he'd found it, the perfect spot for my bakery. The catch? It needed immediate payment. I hesitated. It was my life savings after all. But Daniel, with his soft words and reassuring smile, convinced me that this was my moment, our moment. So, I handed him the money. At first, I didn't think much of his sudden busyness or the unanswered calls. But when weeks turned into silence, dread began to creep in. I drove to his apartment, my heart racing, only to find it completely empty. He was gone, and so was my money. I can't describe the betrayal I felt. It wasn't just the money, it was the trust, the love, the belief that we were building something together. For days, I couldn't eat or sleep, replaying every moment and wondering how I'd missed the truth. But then something inside me shifted. I refused to let him ruin my life. I picked myself up, worked harder than ever, and started over. It took time, years in fact, but I finally opened my bakery. I named it Resilience, because that's what I had to become. One afternoon, as I was wiping down the counter, I saw him walk through the door. Daniel. He looked worn, like life hadn't been kind to him. For a moment, our eyes met, and he opened his mouth to speak, but I didn't let him. "Thank you, Daniel," I said, my voice steady. "You taught me the most valuable lesson, never to let anyone steal my